Today's video is brought to you by Oxedo LED lighting. You might think that you can see just fine at night. Well, I did too, until I did this little upgrade. As you can see from this footage, here is some before Oxedo LED lighting, and here is some after Oxedo LED lighting. The difference is amazing. With high brightness and easy installation, Oxedo LED lighting is definitely the route for you. They're easy to install, and they're available for all makes and models. Click on the link in the description below and enter promo code 612motorsports at checkout to get yourself 15% off. Now back to our video.
Hello and welcome to another episode of 612 Motorsports. My name is Sean, and today we're doing a little update on our vacuum fix. We're headed over here to the garage. Now, you'll have to pardon me, I do live in a shitty little apartment with a garage off to the side. It's not very big, but it does hold the car, so that's what matters. Today we're going to see just how well their check valve that we installed the other day works. So we're going to fire this up and see where she's at idle-wise. We're going to take it for a little spin, see where it runs. Let's give it a whirl. Okay, because it is cold, I mean, it is Minnesota for Pete's sake, but you can see my breath, it's like 20-some degrees out right now, and I'm just going to have to let this warm up a little bit, but right now, it doesn't look like it really did much of a change at all. We're still idling at 1,000. I know normally it idles around 500, 500 to 600. So we're just going to let this warm up for a bit. We're going to come back in a couple moments and see where it's at. And then we're going to go for a cruise and see if our shift points have changed at all, any of that stuff. I'm really hoping it does, because this motor does have over 300,000 miles on it. And I just don't want anything to happen to it. I don't want it to have to work harder than it needs to. I just want it to run at a nice, healthy RPM, just to preserve it as long as possible, because it's wintertime and I'm not ready to do a motor swap just yet. I'd like it to at least be a little warmer out, since I don't necessarily have a nice place to do a motor swap. So I'm going to head back in, and we're going to come back out in a few minutes and check on this. But as you can see, she's still bouncing right around 1,000. So, alright, so it's been about 10 minutes or so. It hasn't really come down much, but it has. Let's take it for a little spin and see what happens. Get out of the garage here. Time to throw on some shades. If you don't live where there's snow, there's a little thing called snow blind. Gets so bright and reflects off the ditches and shit, you can't see nothing, and it gets pretty bright. So, it doesn't look like it's worked. We should not be that high of an RPM right now. What we're going to do is try to get out here up to higher speeds and get this thing warmed up a little better and see what happens. I'm in fifth gear. I'm running about 50 miles an hour, and my RPMs are reading where they should be in fifth gear at about 65 miles an hour. So they're holding. It's holding. I think we like. We're gonna do a little U-turn. Turn around and go speed up again on this road. Go around the block. If this works, once it's nice and warm, I'm going to be a very happy camper. Still have to shift around 2. Oh, that's better. That's better. Yeah. Perfect. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see where we're sitting for RPMs here at the stop. Look at that. 5,600. Perfect. That is where we wanted it. That's where we get our optimal performance, fuel economy, etc. Alright, so I got a little worried for nothing. Apparently I just had to let it warm up a little longer. Understandable. That's a relief to find out that a $4 part just saved my engine. It took like 2 minutes to install. I'm not going to complain about that. That makes my day, my weekend, my winter, all sorts of good stuff. Awesome. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's holding firm. I feel really, really, really good So let's just recap here real quick. We installed a vacuum ball check valve. Now this is a two-wheel drive vehicle, but if you have, say, a Blazer or a four-wheel drive S-10, that's also going to control your actuator for four-wheel drive on your earlier models that are vacuum assisted. So those little check valves do go bad from time to time, so it is pretty important. I guess I'd probably check or change it. If you never have, you might see an improvement on some things that you might not have known needed some improvement. So as you can see, we're idled up, we're warm, we're at a complete stop right now, and we're running right at 600 RPMs. That's a relief. I am really glad it wasn't anything more major. Some of that stuff can be a real pain in the ass when you're trying to diagnose something and you're not sure what the problem is. You can end up replacing a lot of stuff that you didn't need to and still not fix your problem. So like I said earlier, I'm really glad a $4 part saved my motor. Now it's one less thing I have to worry about. I just hated even driving to work 10 minutes away when it, was idling high and running high and revving high and just not ideal. So I would call that a complete and utter success. So with that being said, and everything a thumbs up success, stay positive, work hard, and make it happen. Until next time.